What movie could I possibly be reviewing like right now? Guess what? It's fucking Logan. Cause Logan um is one of those movies that I've been waiting for ever since I saw that first trailer. I know I was supposed to do watch John Wick 2 in review, but I didn't have time because of my fucking essays. And then I needed to see Get Out, but can't see Get Out because I haven't seen John Wick 2 yet, and I was starting to get behind. I was like, fuck. And then Logan comes out today. I'm like, fuck. Okay, fuck everything. I need to go see Logan because it's fucking Logan. It's a Wolverine movie, one of my favorite characters in the X-Men, and it's directed by James Mangold, who did The Wolverine, whose the movie I thought was it was okay. I liked it, but it was good flick. But Logan, fucking phenomenal. And then of course you have Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and then featuring a new actress named Daphne Keane who plays X-23, who I think to me kind of reminds me of what's her, okay, yeah, 11 from Stranger Things, which I think if you watch the movie you'll be able to like you'll be able to make some of the connections, like tortured soul, blah blah blah. And yeah, basically I'm not gonna give too much away about her character. It Logan is one of those movies that it's every time I hear some like big comic fans, they're like, oh, okay, I want to see like Wolverine portrayed in this way. um they do it in this Logan movie. Like, how a lot of people that like Batman, but they want to see him portrayed as like the Arkham City versions of Batman. Batman versus Superman had that version of Batman where like he's like basically like the badass we all wanted him to be. Logan does the same thing for Wolverine, and in a phenomenal way, because there's a different. It's the similar side of Wolverine that we always known, but now there's extra layers with what's happened. And when you show, like, it takes place like in the future, right? It takes place like in 2029. When you've seen everything that's happened since the early 2000s with the X-Men movies, and then from Days of Future Past, you go back in time to like the 80s, and then how he's like with how his character interacts with Professor X. Picture all that time, like he's known him for about 40, 50 years up until this point, with Wolverine and Xavier. And their story, and it gets like intertwined with X-23's, aka Laura. It just, it's so, I can't even find a word to describe it. It's just it glides through perfectly. It doesn't feel like forced or like disconjointed. And I just have to say, it's rated R. You probably shouldn't take your kids to see it, but if you don't give a fuck, like those superhero movie, I'm gonna go take one. If you took your kids to go see Deadpool, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine showing them Logan. But I gotta say that this is Hugh Jackman's best performance ever, and this is coming from someone who loves Hugh Jackman, and I love Hugh Jackman, but the Wolverine is not my favorite performance of his, just because he is so damn fucking good in Prisoners. And like, I love him as the Wolverine. Like, oh yeah, he's so fucking badass. And I see him in Prisoners, that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, and I was just like, oh, he took everything to another level. But then I see, watching Logan, like, it goes even fucking higher. And then with Professor X, this is my favorite version of Professor X, because he's kind of like, he's on a weird side. He's taking meds, and it's beautiful. And what I gotta say about Daphne Keane as X-23, she's perfect. Like, I like the way they handle the X-23 character lore. They do differently than what you might read in the comics or whatever. But I feel like it fits perfectly for what the movie is and what the themes are and what the movie as a whole represents. And it's what I could say is like the whole like relationship between the three of them. It's very, very much like a grandfather father daughter relationship, and it's in my opinion, that makes it the perfect family movie. So if your whole family's like fine with watching like heads getting chopped off and like limbs getting like dismembered, then fucking go for it. Bring the whole family. It's fun for the whole family. I should tell you, you don't have to stay to the end. Like, once the movie's over, it's over. Because there's no end credit scene. I'm not bugged out about it, because like, what the fuck do you add to the end of the spectacular ending of fucking Logan? Because that fucking ending is amazing. But Yeah, whatever. I need to get the order that way I don't miss anything that I need to say. Basically, you don't need to stay to the end for the end credit scene. It's it's once the movie ends, whatever. Um, I should warn you another thing. You should bring some tissues. Why should I bring tissues? Is the movie so awesome that I'm gonna be coming left and right? Yes, you are, because the movie's that phenomenal. And then you get to see Wolverine do his Wolverine shit, like, amazingly, with fucking blood and fucking dismembered limbs. And him getting accompanied by certain characters, which is really cool to watch. And there will be tears. I promise you, if you're not crying by the end of Logan, you have no fucking soul. Like you've never loved anyone in your entire life. That's my conclusion. If you didn't cry at the end of Logan, there's no helping you. And if you die, then people will not care because you never bothered loving anyone. That's not true, is it? I don't know. Um, Here's another thing I can say about Logan. By far, it is my favorite X-Men movie. I thought Deadpool was like, oh, Deadpool's fucking amazing. How's everything I want Deadpool to be? Yeah, obviously, they're very different movies. Like, here's Deadpool, on this side of the argument of the spectrum of what X-Men movies could be, and then there's Logan. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of, like, tone and style and what kind of, even though they're both rated R, they're very different kind of movies. One's like like a comedy, and then the other one's like a futuristic Western. And it's very sad at the end. That's all I'm saying. It's just I didn't think a superhero movie could make me cry. Like, yeah, I cry, like, sobbing like that. When I saw Civil War, I was crying when they see Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I was like, oh, this is so amazing. But because, like, someone, like, ripped out my heart and showed it to me, in Logan. I was like, oh, this is what fucking feelings feel like, fucker. I started crying, and I was like, oh, and I didn't feel guilty about crying during Logan because everyone was crying. The people to my left were crying. The people to my right were crying. People in the front were crying, and I felt tears from the back because they were crying too. Oh my god. So yeah, by far favorite X-Men movie. This might be my favorite superhero movie. I know people are like, oh, you just saw it. Of course you're gonna say it's the best. Yeah, I know, but I really do think this is my favorite superhero movie because it's got everything. Like you got badass action and badass directing and badass acting, fucking badass storytelling techniques. It's because there's a lot of visual storytelling stuff too, which I think is amazing, especially with movie references that are pretty old. It's it might be the best superhero movie ever. I can't. It's one of those things I can't really come to the conclusion now. I have to wait like in 5 years or 10 years because only time will tell. Because sometimes your opinions might change, but oh my god, seriously, I'm pretty confident with saying it's my favorite superhero movie ever. Like like right now, just coming off watching the movie, but I can't be confident about how it will feel later on because like that's how things when you let them like simmer out and you marinate and you could, it's more of a what's the word? More of a objective view on what the best superhero movie is, and I really do think Logan has a strong chance of staying up there. So yeah, that's all you got to know about Logan. You got to go fucking watch it. I promise you will love it. If you don't love it, well then you're wrong. I'm just kidding. That's your opinion, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna fucking love it because fucking amazing. James Mangold did the Lord's work. There's your priests, your teachers, and you have cops and doctors and lawyers. People doing very noble things, but then you have people that make fucking movies like Logan. Fuck. Logan's so fucking good. Okay, I'm done. Holy shit, I've been talking for 9 minutes. I didn't realize it. I'm sorry. If you made it to the end of this video, I am surprised because most of my videos run for about 5 minutes. That's what I try to shoot for. But Logan gets the extra 4.5 minutes because I love it. It's amazing. If Logan was a person, I'd hug it and kiss it and do whatever it asked me to. And I wouldn't even do it for money. I'd do it for love. So, yeah, I love Logan. And I really, really recommend watching Logan. I can't even find a fucking flaw. That's so fucking good. His villains are fucking great. Fucking cinematography is fucking great. Fucking acting, dialogue, everything. So, guess what? I gave this movie a 10 out of 10. It's the fucking Rogue One of X-Men movies for sure. But except instead of taking place in the past, it takes place in the future. But oh my fucking god, it's so good. It's so good. I know I'm just I've been talking about 10 minutes just sucking the movie's dick about how awesome it is and whatever. So I will end it right here. Thanks for watching this if you did, because I don't expect anyone to be watching 10.5 minutes of me. But if you did, thanks.